All right, before I start getting too silly, let's get started for the next 2 weeks of Virgo. Alrighty, let us get started with Virgo. This could be Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross watchers. It is for the next 2 weeks. It is timeless, and you know, a lot of times people will talk about what's currently going on in the astrological realm, and I'm not going to do that because if it's truly timeless, this is what we're going to be looking for. So whenever you find it, it will be relevant to you. Alrighty then. Please do check out my website. Please do let me know any of your comments if this has been in any way, shape, or form helpful to you. And a lot of people say whatever resonates. I kind of avoid that because it feels like sometimes when something resonates with you, it's not necessarily good for us, right? If something feels good, you don't want to necessarily do it, right? All right, oh, here they come. Alrighty, what do we need to know? Virgo, wow. Alrighty. Let's make this happen for Virgo. There may be more, I'm asking. Alrighty, so King of Wands. So this, they're telling me, is definitely your energy when you are finding this video. It's a unique feeling. It's typically when you have a fire sign, there's a lot of fiery energy. There's passion in here. And I'm being pointed to the fact that we have this passion within us, and sometimes we don't put it to use. Because this guy's sitting on a chair. He's not getting up. There's really no movement. He's pretty much like planted his tuchus on that throne. And he needs to lighten up. He needs to lighten up. So we need to lighten up. As Virgos, we need to lighten up. With whatever is troubling you, hopefully this is going to come out how we can get this resolved. This is a card of gratitude, wish fulfillment, family. You know, a lot of people like talking about if you find your soul tribe. You know, I don't necessarily know what that even means. You know, again, are we going to go back to with what resonates with us? I'm not sure. But it's definitely something that makes us feel good, makes us feel happy, makes us feel solid and established. And it's a very grounded energy. And we might be a little too settled in it, a little too comfortable. We're being asked to look toward our higher self and looking at all aspects of ourself to make a choice as to whether we want to stay seated or start moving. Because it looks like once we make this choice, and it's almost like not an amalgamation, but because, you know, you have that action, and then you have the passion. So here's the party. So for me, this is 1, 2, 3, and then we have 3 here. So maybe there's been some emotional challenges that we're trying to work out. And this might be family, and it might be friends, blood relations, cousins. So we want to make sure that we're not going to overdo it. Making sure that we're going to be able to have enough within us. So we don't want to go from being sedate and we know we have this passion within us. We're spending all our time with things that make us comfortable, even though we're full of this passion. And then we go out and we just, it's almost like an overindulgence, and it's like, oh crap, it's time to go home, right? Yeah, because this is what's going to happen. And most of the time I don't get something negative, and I can't really say that this is negative either, but this might be something that it's smoking. I mean, it's something, again, this is a passion thing. We're going to get our, you know, you can say your socks knocked off. We're going to get our crown knocked off. You know, it's not exactly looking like his crown, but we're going to get our crown knocked off if we're not careful. You know, it might take us by surprise. These guys are being surprised. Oh my. My. Because this is where this is leading. So it feels like this is where we are. This is the potential for it. Don't overdo it as long as you're aware of it, as long as there's some sort of balance. I'm asking for clarification on this. This is interesting. I hear the word muddy. So there might be some indecision right now, and maybe that's why we have this passion to do something, or we have our back to the fact that we have everything that we need. And it's not that we're not ungrateful or that we have, you know, no gratitude for what we have, both in relationships and in our, you know, material possessions. But we might be on an emotional downtick that's going to take us by surprise. And it's going to make us think twice about our decisions, and it might kind of arrest something that we got going on, you know. And we might have a tendency to try to get balanced, and once we achieve that balance and make a choice, that we're going to end up having that surge again, and we might have others influencing us too, and this might be burdensome to us. You'll notice I say us a lot. In the readings that I do, that's how I feel like it's best way to relate to what's going on is to become part of that aspect of whatever energy it is. People say tap in. I don't agree with that term. I don't think it's adequate, but I guess that's what, you know, most people can relate to. Connect. Feel there's a connection. You know, even a splicing. Okay. 9 of Cups. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is definitely where we need to overcome. We overcome it, but we just kind of overindulge it. We might be listening to others. So 9 of Cups is, you know, very, very satisfied and happy, and irrespective of the circumstances that we might be going through. Oh my gosh, talk about balance. Justice. Balancing the scales, dark and light. Right? Dark, light, good, bad. And it kind of feels like that way. And again, this is balancing too. So this is being balanced, and this 2 of Pentacles is balanced. Weighing out those options. And then with the 9 of Cups, making sure that we're not being overly emotional about things. Wow. We're getting pretty burned out, y'all. We are burned out. Really? Okay. We are burned out. We are definitely burned out. We really need some help. It feels like we really need some help. We need to ask for help. And speak up and ask for help. Don't be shy. Be confident. Rest assured. Don't lose any sleep over this stuff. I heard another reader talk about how sometimes we can take certain things too seriously, and that's when we need to stop, avoid this as a pitfall of being jolted, and take that time. take that time to ourselves, and appreciate the light from within. Appreciate that light from within. All right, I think that's all. Thank you so much. Again, like, share, subscribe if you think that there's somebody that might benefit from this for sure. If you do need help in figuring things out, I think we got some crazy shenanigans that we think we've seen something now. Y'all just wait. We got some good stuff coming, but we aren't to the bottom. We aren't to the bottom yet. I don't want to say unfortunately, but you know, we have everything. Again, we have everything that we need. As long as we don't overindulge, burn ourselves out. Make those balanced choices. This is a balance too for me. No, that's it. I asked again because I like the symmetry, but I feel like, oh gosh, are you sure that's what I want? No, no more. We're done. Move it on. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. And we will see you hopefully in about 2 weeks. Bye.